Hi folks, this is Greg Lowe. This is another video in the SDU Tools series, and it's on the ExecuteOrPrint functionality. The ExecuteOrPrint procedure is a bit of a special purpose procedure. We use it specifically while doing scripting functions. If you look at future things where we've got creation of new database scripting options coming and so on, there needs to be a way of generating code and or executing it at the same time. And so that's what this function does. And so it's a little hard to explain, this one, but notice what we pass to it is a piece of SQL text. We say whether we're just printing it or not. And then if we want a separator, which we presume is Go, it's the number of carriage return line feeds before that, whether or not you want Go added on to the end of it, and the number of carriage return line feeds after that. And it's also possible, if you really want, to override the batch separator as well. Now, to give an example of how this works, so notice here, this is useful when we're building up SQL strings to be executed or as part of scripting. So here I've got a string where I'm saying, look, select hello Greg, select 2 plus 3, and go. So notice there's an embedded batch separator in there, and then I've got a select wow. And so if I execute this, now let's dive in here and say execute or print. Now I'm saying print only is one, so I'm only printing, and I'm including a go at the end, and then I'm putting one carriage return line feed after. Let's execute that. And so notice the return here is the first query, the second query, the batch separator that was internal, plus the additional query, and then the additional go that's been thrown on the end. Now, let me show you a little bit further what happens here is if I have another statement then, following on after that, let's do the whole lot. And so I've got another statement here, but in this one here, I could have said 2 carriage return line feeds after the go, and so on. This is all part of scripting out code, and so notice it's done that there. Another option here is we can use this to execute. So if we've built up a string and we want to execute it, but we have the batch separators inside it, that normally causes you a problem if you try to execute the string. So here's an example with batch separators in place, but notice we can still run the code. It goes through, it finds the batch separators, it applies additional ones if it's printing, so notice the print still happened, but then the code ended up executing without the batch separators being sent to SQL Server. We hope you find this useful. I believe it'll be more likely to be useful with some of the upcoming tools that we're currently building. For more information on SDU Tools and for a link to download them, please visit our site at www.sqldownunder.com.